Hey everyone, I am WanderingMind. I go by she, her pronouns, and this is Hyper Princess Pitch. I am really excited to show off this game, but this isn't going to be just any run. We are going to be running this on Gods of Explosions, so awesome name for really hard difficulty. So back at HDQ 2017, I ran this game on Combat Lady, which is standard difficulty. So that's normal, that's hard, that's very hard, and this is extreme! So, oh yeah, I am pretty much ready on time whenever we are, and this is going to be a wild, messy, and fun ride. So, 3, 2, 1, boom!
The good Mecha Santa and his robot elves are planning to spread joy and presents all over the world. But he sure didn't give me any presents when I was a kid. If I don't get presents, no one should. Come on, Catstrike. Let's take him down before the world becomes a happier place.
This looks like a really fascinating story to open up.
Yep, we're gonna save Christmas, and so this is a top-down shooter, a lot like Smash TV if you've seen it. This is actually more or less a remake of an old MS-DOS game called Operation Carnage, which played a lot like this, only, you know, there were aliens, it was a bit more gritty, but here, it's more Christmas themed, and more important, we get to do pile drivers, which, when we get into this room, so you do up, down, left, right, you get invincibility for 30 frames, you can pick up an enemy and then throw them at other enemies, and fun fact, this game runs at 40 frames per second, only game I know that does that, so when you do up, down, left, right, you have 3/4 of a second to be invincible and to block bullets and to pick up other enemies. And so yep, this does remind me and a lot of other people of Smash TV. However, the speedrun strats are very different if you've actually seen a speedrun for Smash TV. So in Smash TV, you actually want to hold your ground and stay in the center. In Hyper Princess Pitch, you want to be moving around, especially so in this difficulty. So every difficulty lets you start with like a set number of lives, and in Goddess of Explosions, you only get 1 extra life, and you need to make every life count. Pitch, not to be confused with Peach, but that's totally intentional. She has 3 different weapons, one that shoots bricks, one that shoots ice beams, and another that shoots rainbow bullets. You can get pickups and power-ups that can modify your weapons and do other things, but we want to ideally go into certain boss fights with a certain amount of ammo, so like we want to burn through a lot of ice ammo for this fight, just because it can destroy most bullets, especially down bullets. And one thing that makes this mode unique, Goddess Explosions, every boss, not only are they tougher, they have a desperation mode, and it's actually faster to do that than to let them explode. And besides, it's a lot cooler. So, I cannot stress enough that this speedrun, this category, is the most dangerous, most unsafe speedrun I have ever done. So, like, enemy placement, the amount of enemies and type, it's all fixed, but how they move and the pickups you get, it is very random, and so like your run can die for a number of reasons, such as, oh, you didn't get enough of ammo to go into a boss fight, or, you know, enemies were just uncooperative, or you just got really bad luck, and like bullets fly really fast, and like I can only react for so long, but yeah, like as you can see here, like you have a lot of enemies, and then we have large hordes of enemies. So we got things that eat up. Oh, I'm losing my words. I'm gonna focus here for a bit. Oh boy, this is scary. And that can happen. So, all right. Like one wrong move, and yep, you can just, you know, lose life like that. But Did I mention this game has a lot of explosions? Everything explodes. When you die, you explode. When you respawn, you explode. You run to things, they explode. You throw things, they explode. There are a lot of explosions in this game. So basically, so different stages, they have like different routes, each with their own rims and different mini bosses, but they all go to the same main boss. Alright, let me... Okay, I was a bit late on that, so those X's on the floor, they are guaranteed like special power-ups. I was trying to do it early, but the timing is really tricky, and we have a boss fight coming up where there's a quote-unquote safe way and a quote-unquote unsafe way that's a lot faster. Unfortunately, both methods are really unsafe. One is unsafe in that we go in with 2 extra lives, or we have enough extra ammo. I'm feeling a bit lazy, so we're gonna be doing the faster, unsafe method, and so... Alright, so I'm gonna do a cheat code to give myself enough lives, so that way we can actually finish the run, because, not surprisingly, very few runs in this category actually get finished. Alright, so, yep, that's cheater, so run's no longer valid, so this run's gone in trash, but we're gonna light that trash on fire. And this is a Terminator robot thing, so normally you're supposed to go and shoot the 4 turrets and then shoot it while it's still vulnerable, but you can just go inside the boss, shoot it from inside, burn through 2 lives, get through that first part, and then just, you know, cheese the desperation mode like this. I'm cutting this very dangerously close, but there we go, we fought the boss.
Awesome.
So, you know, this game it's very easy to pick up and play, especially in the, you know, other difficulties, and you can work your way up, and if you're feeling brave enough, you can run this category. So, the great thing is that this game can run on anything, so yes, even a toaster can run this game. In fact, you may be familiar with that task done on really Joel's mom mode, which is a joke difficulty that is not meant to be actually completed. But someone actually did a task where they were actually able to finish the game on that difficulty. It is nuts, it is worth seeing, and it's impressive. But yeah, so we have different type of enemies here, and we want to use rainbow bullets to destroy all the robots. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet for just a moment here just so I can get through this part. Alright. That room can be really scary if you let things go out of control. And so these presents give out random items, and if you shoot them before you touch them, they fly away. So we have a lot of trains we have to shoot, and this is a room where you really want to have a lot of ice bullets, so... If you're gonna run this difficulty, expect to reset a lot, but don't let that discourage you. I mean, there are other difficulties that are just really fun, and... hold on. Yep, we can just pile drive the mini boss just like that, quick kill, and we are on our way to one of the more dangerous rooms in the game. Because we got a scythe that can do massive amount of damage and it's a bullet sponge, just like that. Yeah, you have slaves that can move around, and you have orb things that can fly around and shoot things, so a lot of things are out there to kill you and make you explode, but you can make explosions happen. Yeah. So, I guess, yeah, so I was actually the one who, I originally routed this game back, I want to say like 2016. Like, I just came across this game randomly, decided to run it one day, and it just turned into a really fun, exciting speedrun.
Let's go. Bring the piper.
and I ran into AGDQ, which got some other people to run the game, which was very helpful because there's this one guy, his name was Simon Nar, SIMONNAAR, and he also known for running Jazz Jackrabbit, and he did a lot of improved routing on this game and actually holds the world record for this category. So you may notice that this is Goddess Explosions all stages, so there's a hidden stage that you can do, but you have to do a certain move on the upcoming boss here, and I'm just gonna, let's see if we get any health power-ups here. Alright, I'm just gonna burn through life here. And we're gonna fight this boss, whatever this is. So, bosses, they work on cycles, and hopefully we want to get this boss defeated in about 2 cycles. So, it's gonna shoot a lot of bullets, and then it's gonna charge up, down, left. Alright, up, down, left, right, you do a counterattack, it blows up a wall, and we unlock the secret stage just like that. And now it's just a matter of defeating the boss in its desperation form, where you just want to be moving around. There is a lot of memorization and a lot of knowing how to react to the set patterns, but this was actually a pretty decent fight. There we go.
Yeah! Come on!
Right, so this is the secret stage, and so there are really like 2 paths that we want to go through. We're always going to take the right path, so you may notice that we did get an extra life after each stage. This is actually going to be the last time we get an extra life, so what makes this very challenging for all stages compared to any percent where we just go to stage 4 is that we do not get an extra life going from stage X to stage 4, so whatever you get, that is it. Gonna be quiet here for just a moment. Yep, like I said, this can be very scary. And making every life count on Goddess Explosions is really important. And this room can be a pain. So, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So every time I put in the cheat code for extra lives, I'm gonna donate $10. So, you know, money's a bit tight, but, you know, I do want to give whatever I can. And don't let my gameplay during this run fool you. Like, I have put in a lot of practice, but, you know, again, this is the most dangerous speed run I have ever done of anything. And I've run a variety of stuff. I've run RPGs, and other stuff, and yeah. It's just sometimes, you know, like, you really depend on where the enemies move, and really, you know, like, you know, the sort of luck that you get with the pickups and everything. But, I mean, still, the fact that I get to show off, like, all the stages in this game on this difficulty, that's something I'm still really proud about, so I'm trying not to be too hard on myself here. And just look at all the stick figures we just blew up. All those glorious explosions. All those presents, all those trains, all those robot elves we're making blow up. You know the fun things. It's all in the Christmas spirit. Yes, I know we're in May, but still. Yeah, normally I wouldn't be talking as much, but, you know, I do really enjoy this game, and I do want to explain as much as I can, so I don't care if my, you know, my gameplay or my, you know, however the run goes, you know, it is what it is. Let's rock, as she says. And so you want to use rainbow bullets to knock around and to make it bounce, hit enemies. So there are certain power-ups, the X, Y, and Z power-ups, which are very rare, but they're stupidly powerful. And if you get them, consider yourself really lucky. And this is what we get for doing Stage X.
of explosions.
I know, Mom. Sheesh.
Anyway, what is your wish?
More explosions.
Your wish is...
I am the goddess of explosions.
That's our mom.
Awesome.
And you need to do this to view the true ending to this game, which it's going to be wild, and I'm just going to let it play out when we do it after this stage. So we are going to be fighting Mecha Santa at the end of this stage, and this is where the difficulty really just gets cranked up. Like you thought the game was difficult so far, oh, it gets really tough here. And so, enemies in all sorts of directions, trains, flying things. Look at all these enemies, and it's maintaining a steady 40 frames per second, which is pretty impressive, if you ask me. And just blocking all these bullets, like, look at all these ice bullets. You can hold up to 99. Whoa! I'm burning through them like crazy. Oh. Alright, so I died. Big whoop. But, you know, I want to do something special. Give me a second here. Wait for it, wait for it. Booyah! Woo! I want to shout it off. This makes the entire run worth it. Gotta do the swag. I mean, sometimes you just gotta style. You just gotta be a show-off. And that's one of my many joys of speedrunning in general, being a show-off when I can. Sabin would be really proud. Alright, I'm just gonna gather all these bullets here, and we're gonna fight really Hat Elf or the Toho boss. This is bullet heck. So okay, so weaving through all those bullets, it's difficult as it looks here. But that mini boss is done, so we have a few more rooms, and we are getting close to the end of the game. Or, well, not so much, but really the final boss. And the final boss is something special.
How big is your hitbox in this?
Hitbox, it's you know, as it looks here. So, you know, it's you know, nothing too tiny, nothing too large, but you know, everything is as it looks here. So, you know, like, this game is actually relatively easy to practice here, so there is a stage select code, or if you're feeling adventurous, you can get a Windows XP virtual machine, you can get Hourglass, which was used to make tests, and you can do save states in them. So, playing this game inside a virtual machine, inside an emulator, question mark, that's some of the dedication I put into, you know, trying to learn this game. But you don't have to go that far like I did, but that's just an example. Okay, that's the game over. So what we're actually going to do here is we're just going to start up another playthrough, another file, and we're just going to skip to the final boss. So how are we looking on time here?
We are 2 minutes under estimate right now.
Okay.
Is this a good time for a donation?
Yes, hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry if we're gonna go overestimate here. I do apologize.
That is perfectly okay.
Alright, I may have to redo Stage 3 XN4 just so I can get the true ending, but I do want to make the true ending happen.
We have a $20 donation from Ash Delta with no message. Thank you so much for your donation. And
true, it's an estimate, not a contract. But yeah, I mean, Reds can just die just like that. But you know what? I don't care. We get to see more explosions.
and welcome to Undefined Behavior, a showcase and speedrunning marathon centered around queering games and queerness in games. For this marathon, we're exploring glitchy, unusual, and marathon unsafe runs, as well as adjacent and related queer gaming content. We queer games when we reject limits and rules, when we play in atypical ways, and when we read diversity into stories and themes. This is the very first Undefined Behavior marathon, and we're so excited to share all of these games and showcases with you. And this has been such a great marathon. Thank you everybody for watching, thank you for your donations, and thank you to everybody who worked behind the scenes to help put this on.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. This has been a wonderful and amazing marathon. I'm glad to be able to hang out and to run it myself. Like, if I can, do some real talk for a moment here, like, this is actually the first marathon I've run a game in since December of 2017. Like, without going into too much detail, I had a lot of real life stuff getting in the way, and for me to finally get back to doing this sort of stuff, it means a lot to me. So, like, for something as, marathon unsafe as this category is, I mean, I'm still really excited to show it off, and, without the pressures of, like, having to go for a PB or world record. It's like, I enjoy showing off the game as it is, and you know what? I couldn't ask for anything more.
Wonderful to have you back. It's wonderful when anyone can come back to speedrunning. We all understand that life gets in the way of speedrunning once in a while, but it's always wonderful to have people around when they're able to.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like I had wanted to get back to speedrunning, but life just didn't happen. Like, the motivation was always there, but to actually do it, recently just had the opportunity to do so again, and well, I'm not sure if I'll be sticking with this game and running it seriously. Always happy to show it off from time to time. So, the gold brick, so I can talk a little bit about the gold brick power-up. So it lets you, shoot out these gold bricks that do a lot of damage, but the rate of fire can be really slow, which can be a problem in rooms such as these. So sometimes you actually want to avoid getting that power-up. Like power. Look at that laser beam of doom. But we're actually doing pretty good on power-ups here. So we're gonna fight this boss again. But I can tell you what I am gonna do once I finish this run. I'm gonna eat ice cream and then I'm gonna get a good night's sleep.
It sounds delicious.
I am so looking forward to both things. Yep, rainbow lasers. Alright, so we all drive this boss, make it explode,
Awesome.
boom, and we're on a stage X.
Yeah! Let's go! Rainbow! Ice! Speed! Ow!
Yeah, it's just a really cool thing to going back to speedrun. Like, you have all this motivation, all these ideas, all these different games and stuff you want to run, or just run the same game over and over. Whatever works for you. And that's just the great thing about speedrunning. Just do whatever you feel like.
No fair! Come on!
But yeah,
The most important thing is to just have fun.
Yep. Like, I can tell, I wouldn't be lying, and, I'll be honest when I say that, it's very easy to get burned out on this game, just with the difficulty, and, especially if you're trying to go for a good time, but, for something that's fun, doing this as a speedrun, or even just playing it casually, whether just playing the game, or even go for a high score attempt, there are a lot of ways to play this game, and I guess that's part of the charm. I've actually not played all rooms in this game, or if I have, it's been a really long time. And the Gadget game just doesn't take itself too seriously, it has references, it feels original enough, and it just adds a lot of stuff, which, it's just a really nice, it's a cool thing. Oh yeah, so one thing that I can talk about is that so theoretically you can chain together pile drivers. The task actually does that. I believe it is frame perfect according to the notes for the task and other stuff I've looked up on, but that's just, I may be wrong, I may be right, but it's basically frame perfect, you know, trying to chain them together. So normally you would have to go up, down, left, right, or up, down, right, left to do the counter stance. With the golden brick power-up, you just have to press one button and you can do it automatically. Which, so really the only time you want to try to chain together the pile drivers is when you have that gold brick power-up. So we got our Rainbow Beam of Doom! Alright, looking good on the rainbow enemies here, so we want to use ice on these elves and these robot walkers. Switch to rainbow, and just move around. I hope you're all enjoying this run as much as I am. Like, regardless of how it goes, you know, I'm having a good time. So, we have already seen this.
We are definitely enjoying this.
I'm so glad. That makes me happy.
Let's go.
And you know, especially like, you know, I do speedrun other games, like a lot of my focus on the Valkyria Chronicles games, especially 2 and 3 for the PSP. So for me to go from like running multi-hours, you know, RPG speedruns to running games that, you know, only take like half an hour or less, it's a nice breather, and it keeps you from burning out really hard. And if anything, I got to suplex the train. That's gotta count for something, right?
Bonus. Ow. Rainbow bonus. Catalyze. Ow.
Like catalytes, so cats, explosions, and we're totally saving Christmas. So just so in case I won't forget, I'm gonna do the cheat again for the upcoming fight. So just want to burn through this life. Doing it once again. Get the ice out. Get a little bit of damage in. Fight the frilly hat elf. Feeling adventurous, you can try to tank the boss. That's extremely pushing it, by the way. Don't try this at home, or if you're feeling risky enough, you can totally try it. But yeah, normally you want to dodge those things. The only nitpick I have with this game is, you know, you're not, like, enemies can shoot you from inside walls, but you can't do the reverse. But, you know, this is a minor thing. It's just my only really minor complaint with this game. But everything else, it's just a lot of fun, you know? Good, quick, easy fun. Right, I am actually going to save my ammo for the Mecha Santa boss, and Mecha Santa is going to be a treat. The rainbow lasers are definitely a highlight for me whenever I get to use them. I'm just gonna burn through life right here. So normally you wanna pile drive a lot of these enemies. And, well, we're on to the final boss now.
I envision a world of joy and laughter and presents for all!
I got a present for you, alright?
Alright, so Mecha Santa, he has a lot of attacks, so he cycles through them. They are very deadly on this difficulty, and they are heavy on the references. Hope you enjoy them as much as I do. Normally, I would have a lot more rainbow bullets going in this fight, but you know, this is a marathon run. And this attack pattern I always struggle with, so if I'm going to go into this on a PB world record attempt, I am going to die on not this one, but the 2 attacks before this one. And this one can be a bit tricky to avoid as well. I love this attack, by the way. It's just look at this. So I'm just gonna burn through this one. So normally you want to get through this part of the fight before he finishes Death Metal Disaster Zone. Get ready on time. Up, up, down, down, left, right. Wait for it, wait for it. Time. Made it, everyone. We made it. And now, we're gonna watch the ending. Get ready, everyone.
GG. That was an awesome game.
Thank you so much. I'm smiling so much right now. That was so much fun.
Princess!
So while the ending plays, we have a donation for Arborelia. I've seen a lot of cat playing Weird Dreams on DOS. Let's mix it up and see the Amiga version that has better music and questionable sound effects. Thank you so much for that donation. So there is an open bid war for whether we see Weird Dreams on the Amiga or on the DOS.
Awesome.
And that's Hyper Princess Pitch, everyone. So, lots of shots fired, lots of things blowing up, and that's Hyper Princess Pitch. Hope you all enjoy the next few games coming up.
Thank you so much for that amazing run.
Thank you.